If I had to pick one Bible being released this year that I'm most excited about, this would be it. It's the NIV Application Bible from Zondervan, and I am thrilled to tell you that it's even better than I hoped it would be. So what is it? It's a brand new study Bible that's based on the NIV Application Commentary series. I've got several of these in my library. These are Bible commentaries that have been around for 30 years. They used to look like this, but now they've rebranded the entire line to look like this. So the branding of everything new kind of matches. Really great Bible commentaries that I think one of the reasons why pastors love them so much, one of the reasons why I love them so much is because they do the heavy lifting of telling you about the text and about what was going on in the context of the ancient scriptures and giving you that look back into the text of the Bible. But it's called the Application Commentary Series. It also helps you figure out how it applies to your life. So when you're writing a sermon or doing a Bible study, that sort of thing, these commentaries have always been a deep dive that will help you not only know more about what you're reading, but then bring it into today and apply it to your life, or help the people who are listening to you teach apply it to their lives. So that's what I love about it. But let's be honest, there's I think 44 volumes in this commentary series. That's a lot. So last year, Zondervan released this, which is the 1-volume edition of the NIV Application Commentary Series. This is not the Bible. It's just an abridged version taking all of the best content from those different volumes, individual book volumes, taking all of that and putting it into one book. I love this. I reviewed this on my channel last year. It is a fantastic resource. So now they're expanding this line again with a Bible that takes the text of the NIV and then puts study Bible notes into it from the NIV Application Commentary Series. And I was excited to see how they were going to do this, right? This is larger than a Bible. So obviously they couldn't fit everything that's in here in the Bible, but I am thrilled with how it turned out because it does. It gives you those original meaning, is what they call them, the original meaning notes that take you back to when the text was written and explain it. But then it has application notes that help you understand how this applies to your life. So it's kind of a cross between, I have my 5 favorite study Bibles back here, and you know what? I'm probably going to have to make room for a 6th because this Bible is fantastic. So it's kind of like a cross between the NIV Study Bible and the NLT Life Application Study Bible, which they also make in other translations at Tyndale, because it does the classic study Bible material as well as the life application material. I think it's awesome. And yes, they've now put it together with, you can get the full commentaries, you can get the 1-volume commentary, you can get the Bible. They've also released, I think, a dictionary, an atlas, some Bible study material. And you know what? What's really cool is that Zondervan has done a great job of organizing their pages for all of this on Amazon. So I'll put some links in the video description. They have a home page for all of this on Amazon where you can click the tabs and you can see the Bible, you can see the commentaries, you can see the additional resources. It's very well done. This is clearly a big release for Zondervan, and they've spent a lot of time and energy getting everything just right, and I am incredibly impressed with all of it. Again, it's something that I've used in my life. I have used the NIV application commentaries in the past. I have been using the single volume one this past year. In fact, I went to this when I was writing my new book. I went to this to kind of do a little bit of studying and things like that. So this has been really, really helpful to me. And now we have it in a Bible, which I think the reason I'm so excited about it is it makes it really easy for you out there, because maybe you're not a pastor, maybe you're not going to be teaching a Bible study, but you want something that will allow you to read the Bible and study at the same time and apply God's word to your life at the same time. This Bible does that really, really well. You open it up and it's a full color, beautifully designed Bible that's easy to read. And they also released it in 3 different editions. So you can get the standard edition, which comes with a 9.5 point NIV comfort print typeface, but then they also released it in a large print edition that has a 10.5 point typeface, as well as a personal size edition with an 8 point typeface. There are hardcover editions, there are virtual kind of Kindle editions, there are the leather soft editions that feel nice and soft and floppy. So there's lots of different options. Again, I'll put the links to all of that on Amazon in the video description so you can find everything. But then when you open it up, full color design, kind of traditional study Bibles, what I'd say, where the top of the page is a 2-column, center column reference Bible, an edition of the NIV. But then at the bottom of the page, you jump down and you see the study notes. And so what you're going to notice is two different basic color pathways. So when you're in the bottom of the page, there are going to be certain study notes that don't have any sort of box around them. There's the white page with the black letter text. Those are going to be your original meaning notes. So those are going to be the notes taken from the NIV application commentaries to help you understand the background of the text you're reading, to really dig into the historical and literary context. And then you're going to see these purple boxes. The purple boxes are the application notes. So anytime you see the purple, that's going to then prompt you to think about how this applies to your life. So you're getting those two things side by side, but those simple purple boxes make it really easy for you to find your place and to know what you're reading. And once you start getting used to it, I've spent a couple days with this Bible now. Once you start getting used to it, you kind of know where you're going and you're hopping down, and you know when you hit the purple, that's going to be something you're going to think about in maybe a little bit of a different way than the plain text box where it's just the black letters on the white page. But that's not the only thing this Bible has. It then has a bunch of other helps throughout the text that are happening above that line, that are mixed in throughout the Bible. So you have book introductions, obviously, at every book in the Bible, which is really helpful for just a basic understanding. And then you have a couple of different types of articles. The first is a people to know article, where it's going to show you the good and the bad of these different characters that you read about in the Bible and how God accomplishes his purposes through them. Another type of article is the character of God articles, which explore different aspects of God's character and what that means for those of us who are reading the text of the Bible. So you have articles in there, you have the study notes at the bottom of the page. There's even these questions in these kind of orangish gold boxes that are prompting you questions for growth. What can you take away from what you're reading? So this is a full-on study Bible with lots of great notes. It's also an application Bible that's going to ask you to think about your life. It's got maps and charts and graphs and book introductions. It's got so much thoughtful content all throughout this Bible. Every time I've hopped around to a few of my different, like my favorite places in the Bible to see what's going on, and I keep going, oh, there's a great chart that helps me explain this. There's a great article about a person which is helping me think a little bit more about them. And then I get some of those just kind of classic study notes and application notes. It's just really, really well done. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I was excited about this because I'm familiar with the series and I like it, but also I just think that it had so much potential for a single volume that would be really great for people out there. And I'm most excited about it, I think, because I'm constantly looking for great Bibles that I can recommend to people. And people ask me a lot about application Bibles and about study Bibles and about you really making sense of God's Word. This right here is jumping to the top of my list in terms of just like a Bible that does it all in a really unique way and is well designed, thoughtfully executed. I think it's really, really fantastic. I know I'm singing its praises, but that's because I think a Bible like this is really, really important for me to be able to recommend to people, for you to be able to recommend to people. I think about this as something that we're literally, let's say you've got somebody who's new to the Bible, right? And they want to really dive into it for the first time and be able to understand it and see how it applies to their life. This is a one-stop shop Bible for just that reason. At the same time, let's say you've been a Christian your whole life and you're looking for a little bit of something extra to kind of just dig deeper into God's Word. Well, you know what? This Bible will help you do that. It's got those study notes that are going to explain things, but it's also going to prompt you with questions here and there to see how it applies to your life and what that's going to look like. So I think this turned out great. I know I'm singing its praises, but I really don't see any flaws in this Bible. I'm excited about it, and I think Zondervan has absolutely hit a home run. It's fun when a Bible that you're so excited about turns out to be this great. And it really does come with a bunch of different resources. So start with the Bible. Check this out. If you want to do a little bit of a deeper dive into kind of some of those study notes and application materials, I would highly recommend the one-volume application on the Bible because it's taking that big series and it's kind of distilling it into one book. If you want to do an even deeper dive than that, then you can do individual books. So this is Philippians, right? If you want to do a study on Philippians, this book's going to have like a few pages on Philippians. This is an actual thin book all about Philippians. So if you want to do a little bit of a deep dive into one book, I would recommend something like that. And then again, they've released all of these other additional supplemental resources, like a book that has an atlas of the Bible and a Bible dictionary. There's some, I think I saw online like a Mark Bible study and maybe a Romans Bible study. So they're continuing to fill out this line with more than just Bibles and commentaries, but other resources as well. So these turned out absolutely great. I'm so excited about them. Highly, highly recommended. What questions do you have? Leave those in the comments and I'll get back to you with a response. If you already have this Bible or you have some of this other stuff and you're enjoying them, then leave us a comment and let us know about that. I said this already, but I'm going to put some links in the video description to all of this. Again, Amazon has done this really well and organized it. I'll also put some links to christianbook.com and then the homepage for all of this on Zondervan's website as well. There's a few different places to go. The prices are probably going to be different in each place, so I encourage you to click around and see what the best available deals are out there, but this is a really cool thing to check out and to spend some time with. So if you have any questions, like I said, drop those in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then click the like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and definitely turn on notifications so YouTube will let you know whenever I have a new video review coming out. Thank you so much to Zondervan for sending me this so I could share it with you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.